I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
But before we get up out of here, we do have a poll, the racist poll. if P, if you want to find it.
Which one?
The one like who?
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking for it right now. I hate going all the way back. Oh, right here. Which of these had the worst racist rant? Mel Gibson, Hulk Hogan, Liam Neeson, or Donald Sterling? And we had 16 votes so far. Keep voting. 44% said Mel Gibson, 31% said Donald Sterling, and 25% said Hulk Hogan. Nobody picked Liam Neeson. So
yeah. Are we saying recipe Hulk Hogan today or no?
No, fuck okay. No.
Just making sure, because a lot of people are trying to just, trying to paint the picture of,
Yeah, these people need to be banned from the bodega.
I was more a Macho Man nigga, even watching on the VHS, watching.
Why are they taking up for him? The man.
I was definitely a Macho Man nigga. I could tell Hogan was a snake always. Really.
Fuck you. The man said what he said, and now he's where he is. You don't need to make excuses.
It is kind of surreal. It is just a little surreal, I mean, everybody's dying. Like, this was a tough week, not including Hogan. I'm saying Malcolm Jamal Warner, and Ozzy Osbourne and shit. It's everybody, niggas is dying, bro. It's kind of just crazy.
Yeah, no, but regardless with the racist rant too. I mean, I didn't pick Hogan because Hogan, for whatever reason, they tried to cancel him, but he didn't cancel him fully. Whereas with Mel Gibson, he was canceled, but he wasn't canceled because he said the N-word. He was canceled because he also said the J-word too, and Mel Gibson had a career. Like, I mean, Mel Gibson was still going strong before that little tape of his dropped. Where his baby moms, he was talking about you're gonna get raped by a pack of niggers and shit like that, which things like, oh, that should cancel him, but no. It's when he started going off on, the J words, and then that all of a sudden,
you can't do that. You can't do that.
and it wasn't his first time doing that, but the fact that that's what got him canceled. They're like, all of a sudden you can't find the Mel Gibson movie that's in the theaters, like, and the times that he does get in the theaters, like Expendables 3, that movie gets leaked. Like that's like whoever heard of that happening. Like, I mean,
but like all these ones, like Liam Neeson, he's talking about how he was like, I guess one of his friends got one of his women friends got raped, and he was gonna attack some black people, right? Just because of that shit. Wasn't that the main thing for Liam Neeson?
Yeah, that was the main thing. Funny things too is though, I don't think it got as much attention as it probably should have.
No, it didn't. I know he was on Atlanta and kind of did a little apology on that TV show Atlanta, which was kind of stupid. But the Donald Sterling one was a big controversy, right? The Clippers owner.
Yeah, it was. I mean, dude ended up losing his team over it because it made it hard too. Because I know, like,
I wonder who paid that chick to fucking do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's clearly like. That was the inside.
Nah, it was the mistress that kind of that recorded him as he was going.
I know, but I'm saying somebody had to. The mistress didn't just do it out of. I feel like somebody had to make her. Somebody like said get him caught up type of shit. Because there's no way like.
No. I think it was like blackmail. Because I watched the miniseries. It was like blackmail.
Oh, was it blackmail? Okay.
Yeah. So and then it just got it spun from there. Yeah, like. Sterling is a huge piece of shit and an insecure piece of shit too.
Yeah. Fuck Hogan. I'll just say I was watching the thing was WrestleMania 5 with him versus Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. It's crazy seeing they're all dead now. Just kind of crazy.
Yeah, you're seeing like they're from my era of wrestling. You're seeing this like geez, it's like I mean I know Hogan was not they're not gonna live forever. And stuff like that. But I mean, my feelings about Hogan's death is like, now Hogan I know means a lot to the wrestling industry because without him, the WWE is probably not as big as they used to be as it is now. And
Pat, you're a little older, so were you a Hulkamaniac? Be honest, this little kid.
Yeah, of course. Who wasn't? Yeah, everyone was a Hulkamaniac. I remember I had the Hulk Hogan water gun. Like it was an actual like doll, but it was a water gun type of shit. Like, you know, it was a weird thing. I remember my mom got it for me for Christmas one year.
You're probably geeked as hell. I mean, you know, Hogan was.
I played the old school WrestleMania game on NES, which is the worst fucking game ever, by the way.
I remember that shit was trash.
Yeah, it was trash. Like, you know, like I watched all the Hogan. I mean, WrestleMania 7 is the first pay-per-view that my parents like recorded on VHS. I still have the tape too. It's somewhere in my closet. So it's like and of course I've been to live events. I've been in the same arena as Hogan. Like I've seen him live. So it's kind of surreal in that aspect. I get he's big for wrestling, but as a person, he's a piece. You know, obviously, if you read the sheets, you know you've read all the stories on Hogan. How much of a snake he is. He stabbed you in the back. He's this, that, and the third, and like you know,
ruin any chance of wrestlers having a union. Yeah.
Pretty much every wrestler right now from his era that's walking around crippled didn't need to be, but you know Hogan kind of you know killed all of that because he was a top guy and Vince was looking out for certain guys and Hogan was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a stooge. Yeah. So I mean, so you can't get sympathy when you see Hogan walking around, limping around with his 15 back surgery and stuff like that. It's like, well, you know. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I remember just the Raw on Netflix. P probably remember the heat he was getting when he came out and he like getting hella booze and shit.
Yeah, that was because this was. I think everyone was tired of this shtick, like now, like waving the American flag. Everyone pretty much knowing he's a piece of shit, you know. And it's just like, yeah, and that's what got him, you know. Yeah, no one was fucking with him. But now, of course, you know they're playing niceties, you know, with SmackDown. I think P said they did a tribute on Raw to him, and I guess
they did it Friday and today. Yeah, so they did it Friday and Monday and shit. Yep.
Yeah. So it's just like but it's just disheartening to see so many people that not, you know, especially in the wrestling industry, not staying on code. Like I get it, if you don't follow wrestling like that, you know, you may not be familiar with Hogan's racism, but the wrestlers themselves are sure as hell familiar with Hogan's racism.
Yeah, and the ones that did tributes are the ones you expect, like a Bubba Ray, like you know, it's certain ones that and obviously Kevin Nash, even though Kevin Nash is really a leftist or whatever you want to call it, Kevin Nash, he did obviously do it for Hogan because you know it's crazy. He's the last original NWO member left. Like that's crazy. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
can't count Bischoff.
Yeah, it's nuts. But I mean, I simply cannot just be in good conscience. Like, I'm not gonna celebrate his death, but I cannot be in good conscience. You know, this is a guy that pretty much after he has sex with his best friend's wife, Bubba the Love Sponge's wife, he goes and sits down and goes off in one of the most ridiculous racist tangents that one will ever hear. Like, and then after that, you know, the incident with him. And his son Nick at the jailhouse interview, where all calls are recorded after Nick was held there after he nearly killed his friend, but turned him into a vegetable in that car accident. And you know, dude is talking about, you know, he hope he doesn't get hit with karma, so he gets resurrected as a couple of Blizzak Gizeyes, as he, you know, speaking in kayfabe Carney speak. You know, dude's a piece of shit. He's a total piece of shit. You know, it's just like. Yeah, and it's like
I'm pretty sure that happened before the racist rant, because I think they might have uncovered that afterwards. But
I thought it was like, I mean, I know it's around the same time. I always forget which was first. Like,
let me see, because Nick Hogan car accident, the car accident happened when, because I think he was around my age when it happened, like, in 2007. So, the car crash happened in 2007, and he was in jail in 2008. So this was in 2008. When did I think the tape happened after that.
Yeah, I think it was like 2015. I always thought
no. It wasn't 2015. It was before then. That's just when they went to court for it. I think it happened in the late 2000s, 10s. like early 2010s.
No, I'm sure. Cause I know. Cause I remember on the college, it was a big thread when it was kind of exposed. It was. I think it was like 10, 11 years ago that the racist tape came.
No. That was when the tape was exposed, but it happened earlier because it was online. 2012.
Yeah, it's
because you got to remember that like they had to put together a lawsuit and uncover the tape. We heard about it. We heard about the audio in 2015 because that's when it was leaked. But it happened before then. Because the shit went to court. They had to go to court for that. The funny thing is, this whole thing to me is another example of why people settle out of court. Because, like, it's all because. Do you know how this whole thing came about?
How?
With the whole like how the whole like thing, because it came from the lawsuit. Because fucking because Gawker, that was a nasty fucking website, by the way. That was a fucking if anybody remembers Gawker, that shit was like the National Enquirer type shit. Like they put all types of degenerate shit on it.
Yeah, that was OD. That was like the prime fucking Wikipedia area. That
And
was
fucking
like prime.
And the fucking like Hogan had his sex tape on there because Bubba.
Oh god, I actually seen that sex tape.
I thankfully have not. But like he saw it on there and he wanted Gawker to take it down, but they never took it down because like he was what was it? Oh, because he didn't have the money. Like at the time he was broke. He actually got bankrolled by Peter Thiel, who was the founder of PayPal, because Peter Thiel was upset that Gawker outed him for being gay. So he had a vendetta against them. So he bankrolled the lawsuit so that he could take down Gawker, and he told Hogan his only condition was do not settle out of court. Like he wanted to just take them to the cleaners and get them to just go bankrupt, which worked. But it screwed Hogan because, like I always tell people, like when people say, well, why do people settle out of court? Why, like if somebody did something wrong to you, why would you settle out of court? Like people settle out of court for money purposes, and they don't want to go through a long process. The other reason is because when you go to court,
everything's out in the open.
Yeah, the shit they got to go through discovery, and once you go through discovery and you go through depositions, and a whole bunch of shit is uncovered, which then leaks out to the public. You don't want that shit out there, so you settle out of court before it even gets to that. If Hogan, I think if it wasn't for the fact that he couldn't settle out of court because he was told not to, if Hogan would have settled out of court, and this whole thing we would have never found out. But because he didn't settle and he took them to court for everything, we found out what happens. So now you see why people settle out of court. So it's just interesting. But fuck Hogan. I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad we found out the type of guy he is.
Yeah. So yeah, like I mean, I get
the Black Twitter memes were pretty fucking hilarious. When he passed, like like just all the fucking all the memes and all the
the memes and the jokes. Yeah, they were funny too. But it's just like, like Hulk Hogan, like the wrestler Terry Bollea, the man behind Hulk Hogan. Yeah, they're one and the same. Like I can't there's no way I'm gonna I can't celebrate it and be like. It's not like Malcolm Jamal Warner, which legitimately made me sad because for a lot of different reasons. Hogan's is just like, yeah, I felt nothing. Like I mean, I'm sure his family is feeling his loss, his close friends, but dude ruined his legacy a decade ago, and whatever made him a racist. Hopefully, in the next life, he's not as racist or not racist at all. Or maybe he gets resurrected as a black guy as he so feared.
I hope he's a fucking zebra in Africa. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man, but yeah, no, it's the race, because that race pole is like Mel Gibson, like he's around, but a Mel Gibson movie is pretty much it's straight to video status now. I don't even know when the last time a Mel Gibson movie that's actually been released, not even as like an appearance, but just as an actual Mel Gibson, like as a starring role. I don't remember the last time it's actually been in the movie theater. It's probably been a long time. But yeah, he's strictly. I mean, either way, like I wouldn't. I mean, luckily for him, by the time they canceled him, it's more or less that they've, he's made a shitload of money. So, he's at least lucked out on that aspect. But yeah, no, I think that is it for our show. Do we have anything else that you guys want to mention before we get up out of here?
Real quick, there's some boxing. There is some boxing championship lower level fights, not lower levels, lower weight fights in Japan with Sandoval, Antonio Vargas, Taraji. So. Oh
yeah, that's Wednesday.
Eric Rosa, that's like literally from looking at it, 3 title fights.
Mini Pac-Man, yeah.
Mini Pac-Man, Antonio Vargas got his belt in the mail, but he's a champion too. So Japanese stuff, if you're up earlier, whatever. That's all.
Yeah, no, I might. That reminds me, I might actually go put some bets on that because I did see them on FanDuel and on DraftKings. So I might have to run myself to go put bets on those tomorrow. I was like, because I was going to go put bets on the Golden Boy card, but I was like, okay, wait, yeah, that's actually right. So yeah, that's a good look, Pilot. Yeah. So yeah, if you're gonna be up at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, you'll be able to catch those. Like I said, Japanese card is always a good time because there's always like fades that will happen on there, so there's no question about that. But yeah, no, and also Wednesday, hopefully LB will be feeling a little better, and then we'll be able to get our last soundtrack battle off. And then, of course, I know after that one, I saw the graphic, for Pilot to do weed songs before they get into the whole R&B thing again. So yeah, no, we got the music battles. They are, we got some in the pipeline and everything like that. So yeah, and also happy birthday to our brother Rome. I think he turned the big 3-0 and everything like that. So he's probably out there celebrating and whatnot. Happy birthday, young man. 30 is the beginning of the end. Yeah, you'll wake up tomorrow with a whole new different pain.
30 to 20. It's all good.
Yeah, 30 is the new 20. Yeah, just like 40 is the new 30, right?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, no, but yeah, definitely salute to him. So yeah, if you see him on his Twitter post or whatever, wish him a happy birthday and everything like that, man. So salute him. But about to get up out of here. We'll see you on Wednesday. So for myself, Pat Scope here, doing the representative for King People Bodega B and for Conscious Pilot. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, it's Shitsville. We talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Love and chicken grease.